Hey, it's time to put some bottoms in our drawers. Hello and welcome to the Lost Pines Workshop. I'm JC Jensen. So this is Build a Classic Dresser, episode 18, where we're going to install our drawer bottoms and drawer stops. For our drawer bottoms, we've got a couple of options. We could use solid wood bottom, keeping it all same, or we can use a plywood. Depending on which option you choose, you'll have to take a couple of things into consideration and account for that. All right. For this drawer, for this dresser build, and the small drawer, well, all the drawers, I have chosen to go with aromatic cedar plywood. All right. Our groove is a 1/4 inch. My plywood is 1/4 inch. Aromatic cedar. Why did I choose this? Well, the client I know quite well, and she makes a lot of her own clothing from yarn. Well, moths and other critters like to munch on yarn. Well, the aromatic cedar is going to help keep those critters out of her yarn that she has stored in these drawers. All right, so I've gone with aromatic cedar. When I first started thinking about it, I had planned to use the cutoffs from my resaw actions of drawer parts and various sundry things to create a solid cherry bottom. But it curled really bad. I didn't really feel like fighting it. And again, aromatic cedar, I think for the yarn was a good choice. But so what do we have to think about? Well, if with plywood, we can simply cut it to dimension, all right, and just slide it in here. Drill our holes, and I used a countersink bit like you've seen me use before. Countersink bit drilled into the bottom. I used 5 screws, secures it in place. It's done. I don't have to worry about it. It's not going to, it's plywood, so it's relatively stable. I don't have to worry too much about expansion and contraction. There's less than a 1/16 of an inch of play side to side and up and down. All right, so it's a relatively tight fit, but it's loose enough that it gets in there just quite easily. All right, so plywood option number 1. There's some MDF. The drawers for my shop cabinet, I used MDF, 1/4 inch MDF. Extreme, really stable unless it gets wet, direct wet, with the shop cabinet, right? Okay, so option number 2 is using our solid wood. So in using solid wood, if you look at the grain direction that I've got going here, right, we want, this is the back of the drawer. All right, so looking at it this direction, this being the back, our grain direction is this direction. When we install our drawer bottoms, we want the grain direction going side to side. Why? Well, when we install it into the drawer bottom, any expansion and contraction of the solid wood will be this way, front to back, right? Like this. So it's the expansion of the wood will be front to back. Well, we can account for that and it not cause us any problems simply by elongating the holes, the screw holes back in here, right? If we elongate the screw holes and where it attaches here, this will allow the wood to move, expand and contract as it, gains moisture or releases moisture. No harm, no foul. If we were to build them this direction with the grain running front to back, well, we have piston fit these drawers side to side. if our grain runs parallel to the sides, means it's going to expand and contract to the sides. It's causing the drawer itself to swell and then consequently get stuck. We don't want that. All right. So we want our grain running horizontally front to back so that it can expand and contract. All right. So the only real difference is how we drill the holes. All right. In the plywood, it's just a straight hole. Drill it, you're done. With the natural wood, slot your holes, just like we did on the drawer dividers, allowing for expansion and contraction. Allows this whole bottom to expand and contract seasonally, no harm, no foul. All right, so there's where we're at. I've already done this one, and I've already drilled it. So all I've got to do is slide this guy in now, seat it, they're all countersunk. So all I got to do now is carefully, and I'm just using 3/4 inch wood screws. All right, nothing fancy. And I have chosen to use 5 screws. The drawer the bottom has full support down across the front and both sides. 5 screws is going to be sufficient to provide full support across the back. So once you've got it cut and installed, you're done. And it smells good too. All right, so next, let's look at some drawer stops, right? The back, we could use the drawer back or the case back as a drawer stop, but with expansion, contraction, things that move, that's not going to be ideal, because our drawer, since these drawers are not overlay drawers, the drawer face isn't going to stop it. With seasonal movement, using the back, our drawers could stop at different places during the season. So we're going to install a stop, so it will stop exactly the same place every single time. So with the drawer bottom done, now we're ready to install drawer stops. In my case, I've got 2. Let me zoom in here and I'll show you what we got. Okay, so to keep our drawer from coming and getting pulled out and dropped on the floor, we have to add a drawer stop here. Well, this is where I drafted Kim, my wife, because she likes to turn small things. She turned this cute little knob. All right, and so the small portion of that is 1/2 inch, and the top is 5/8. And then what I did in the case, in the sub top here, I drilled a 5/8 hole all the way through the top, and then I recessed that or countersunk it with a 7/8 bit down part of the way. And what that allows is for this guy to drop down in the hole. It stays below the surface, because remember, we still have to put the finished top up here, the frame and the top, right? So that it catches the drawer. Well, if you want to take the drawer out, all you got to do is reach in underneath, push it up, and out it comes. Pretty slick, right? Okay, so now for the next. Here on the front, this little block that you see right here, this is just a 1/4 inch piece of block that's I've recessed back so that, jump out of there for a minute, make life easier. When I close the drawer, it doesn't close fully, right? So a modern dresser a lot of them will just be flush front. Well, I've already added texture here with the CNC pattern, and to give the entire piece some more texture, I decided that I was going to stop and leave the, you see, there's the dovetail. Well, the reveal is about 1/8 of an inch, right? The reveal, the walnut transition, or walnut, the transition between the tailboard, the pin board and the tailboard is about 1/8 of an inch. Well, that's where I'm stopping it. So that's what you see is the edge, that reveal of the pin board. Hides the tails until you open the drawer. That's what I've decided to do. So, is that necessary? For somebody else, maybe not. Maybe the modern flush front is what you want. In which case, you just don't add that. The other is, so I came up with this, and the reason I'm having to do it this way to have the drawer stop, a lot of dressers have some type of a face frame or a lip that runs, around each of these openings. And everybody's encountered them. They've got little dowels in the backs of the drawers that you just push out, and they'll catch on that face frame so that your drawer doesn't fall out. And if you need to take it out, you pull the dowel, and out comes your drawer. Well, ours they're just smooth, right? There's nothing here. Smooth transition, so there's no catch. So I had to develop something to catch that drawer, and that's what I came up with. I think it's a pretty good idea. The downside is to drill a hole through this drawer divider. My drill doesn't fit, so I ordered today a 90-degree drill that will attach, so I can drill this hole through the subsequent drawers, or through the subsequent drawer dividers. Allow me to get these guys in there. I think it's a great solution. I'm excited. We're getting closer and closer to the finish line. All right, drawers are operating as designed. They look good, rocking and rolling. Once I get all of this done, the next thing I'm going to tackle is the back of the case. All right, so if you like my video, remember to hit the like button, please. Helps me out, and helps me help others. All right, so thanks. We'll see you down the road.